It's again! Unbelievable! Come on!
We're taking on the league leaders at the arena today, and we're looking to put things right on home turf. Folkestone Invicta are our visitors this afternoon. They sit top of the league and have had a brilliant season so far, currently 4th in the form guide. They've got serious firepower too, including former EFL striker Joe Pigott and the league's second top goal scorer Jake Hutchinson, just 1 goal behind our very own Danny Ogunleye. Invicta took the bragging rights in the reverse fixture, with Ade Yussuf's second half penalty proving the difference. But today we've got the chance to respond and keep pushing for a strong playoff finish. Today's a big boost for us too, as Scott Kashket returns to the squad, while young winger Aaron Sterling has been recalled by Leyton Orient earlier this week. So let's check out the side that Keith has gone with today. Keith names an unchanged squad from last weekend, with Aidan Prow in goal, a back four of Andy Freeman, captain Matt Cripps, Ethan Kaiser and Max Hudson. Charlie Edwards, Louis Johnson and Alejandro Machado are in the midfield, while Danny Ogunleye and Kamani Thomas are up front to support Bradley Satch, who leads the line. On the substitutes bench today is Scott Kashket, Benis Favadar, Jesse Olakolu, Addy Cole and Charlie Hughes. Let's take a look at how Folkestone line up today. Teddy Collins is in goal. It's a back three of captain Kevin Loco, Liam Smith and Sam German, with Ben Mason and Nathan Paul Lavallee as wing backs. Adam Lovat and Alex Woodyard are in midfield, with Donnell Thomas in just behind Joe Pigott and Jake Hutchinson.
Well, it's Saturday afternoon again here at Brentwood Centre Arena, and games don't come much bigger and better than this one. It's third versus first. It should be an absolute cracker. Two really, really good footballing sides. So that's picked up by Thomas. Back to Thomas into the area. It could be an early chance for Folkestone Invicta, and it's out for a corner. Brentwood Town unchanged from last week's victory at #United. That's swung in, and it's an early goal for the Seasiders. What a start for the league leaders.
We knew it was going to be tough, Steve, and yeah, 1-0 down already.
That is a perfect start for Jay Saunders' men.
Well, let's just hope that's a nice wake-up call.
Not quite sure who got the touch on it. I think it may have been Sam German. Well, Sam German, what a start. Thomas. To Smith, back to Thomas. Thomas, it's a nice ball in, it's going to be 2. Oh, and he's just past the post. And Folkestone Invicta look in the mood this afternoon. Thomas again, looking for Loco. Sent to the arms of Prowl. Goes route on looking for a run of Thomas, and now Thomas has got that pace to go past Mason. Thomas over the top of Ben Mason, and he's out for a corner to Brentwood Town. Good play back from
Great distribution, that was a great kick out.
Thomas. Hudson. Little turn, pulled into the penalty area. It comes to Edwards, lays it off for Machado, scuffed his shot. But back to Johnson, and wide. Cripps over the tops into that channel. It's over the head of German. Can Sitch get there? It's fumble. Ogunleye. Oh, cleared away by Loco. He couldn't get a clean connection on it. Comes to Johnson. Machado. And Mason leaves it for Smith to clear away for the Seasiders. Up to Hutchinson. Is there going to be too much on that? He's done well, Hutchinson. There's nobody in the penalty area, though. But he's pulled it past to Thomas. Thomas on just past the post. End to head. End here at the Brentwood Centre Arena. Picked up by Smith. Outside of a boot. Be too much on that. It's not a bad ball. Picked up by Hutchinson. Forced into that corner by the captain Cripps, but Hutchinson's riddled out of it. That's a good challenge from Andy Freeman, and out for a corner. Thomas to take this corner.
If we can just now hold the fort for another 15-20 minutes and start trying to stamp our mark in the game.
Thomas. Kaiser. Away looking for Thomas, headed back in by Lovely. Loco. Cleared by Edwards. Somebody just needs to get hold of it for Brentwood Town, just to relieve the pressure. Lovely. Thomas. Pigott. Lovely. Good feet. Deflected. Loco. Oh, what a strike!
That was a proper goal.
Well, he's fluent in Russian, is Kevin Loco, and that's from Russia with love. What a strike that is. Brentwood Town 0, Folkestone Invicta 2. Fantastic strike, that's it.
It was,
on
yeah.
the left peg. That's a centre half that's finished like that.
As one great pundit said many years ago, you don't save those.
Freeman.
Yep.
Ogunleye. That's nice touch. Johnson. Good football from Brentwood Town. Plenty of time to get back in this. Ogunleye. Johnson.
That's a good ball
Edwards.
inside.
Nice ball to
Let's have a
Freeman.
low cross.
To come. That's a good ball. And Sage can't get there. But that's the best move of the match so far from Brentwood Town. Freeman onto that left foot. Sage.
Oh, that's a great flick off.
Johnson. Ogunleye. Oh, goes past.
Oh, go.
Pulled down. It's me a free kick.
That's got to be a yellow, yeah. Surely, yes.
Yellow card. For Nathan Paul. Lovely. Hudson. That's deep onto Machado and playing by Collins. Freeman to take. Sage.
Oh, it's
nice,
a great flick.
Lovely layoff to Ogunleye.
Go on, Danny, get that cross in.
Ogunleye.
Oh, again, he wrestled him to the ground. I mean, I think there was a... I don't know if it was intentional, but it seemed to be a bit of a flying arm there.
It's only yellow, isn't it? As well, is it? Brentwood go short. Hudson. Back to Thomas. Thomas back to Hudson. Hudson can he pull the trigger. Hudson can he sit? Oh, on the head of Danny Ogunleye and wide. And it's Nathan Paul Lovely. It's on the yellow card. It's coming off. That's an early call. Proll.
He's holding Danny back.
Arm from Mason across Danny Ogunleye there.
Come on, how many more times? That must be 5 or 6 now. He's going to make it a different second half.
Delivered in, flicks.
Oh, that was in a near post.
A chance. The Seaside is to break with me. What a run this is. Pulled across. Oh! What a run from Josh Strauss.
Thought he was just going to make that as well.
Cleared upfield by Prowl, looking for Danny Ogunleye. Ogunleye's done well again. German comes across. And that's half time. Brentwood Town 0, Folkestone Invicta 2.
Things don't get any easier for the Blues. We're back at the arena next weekend as we take on playoff rivals Chatham Town. We picked up a 1-0 win in the reverse fixture, so this will be a good opportunity to make all 3 points, make a statement and get a double over the Chats. Tickets, as always, are available on Fanbase, or you can purchase them on the turnstiles on the day. And a quick one off the pitch. We're now under 100 subscribers away from 1,000 on Brentwood Town TV, and it's an exceptional turn considering we had less than 500 at the start of the season. And here's the big one. Over 79% of you from the last month are not subscribed. So what are you waiting for? Hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of Brentwood Town action this season. And we will also have a celebration for that special person who gets us to the magic number. Right then, let's get back to the second half action.
Johnson. Cripps. So by Hutchinson, on to Thomas, Thomas to Pigott, Pickett, back to Hutchinson. It's going to be a quick break here for the Seasiders. Little look back by Hutchinson, cleared away on as far as Pigott, Pickett off a turn and wide. Siege to Hudson, right at the edge of the penalty area. German with a sun in his eyes.
Coming out,
very
it's Alec.
Just goes over the shoulder of Machado.
There you go, Andre. Is he going to knock it all out there?
The referee's just booked. Adam love it.
I don't quite understand why he actually stopped the play.
No, I'm a bit stumped with that, Steve, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Booked him, I'm not. Brentwood Town. Ogunleye. Going at Mason. Still Ogunleye. He's done very, very well. Ogunleye pulled across. Watch on it, it's going to be picked up by Thomas. Thomas looking for some support. Thomas pulled across.
Oh, straight across.
A great ball from Kaimani Thomas, and there's nobody there for Brentwood Town. Brentwood Town. Can we make this pressure pay? Machado. Ogunleye. Freeman, can he whip one in? Leaves it for Machado. Can Machado drive one? Machado can drive one. It's well wide, but why not from Alejandro Machado? And they through to Prowl. Cripps just under a bit of pressure there from Hutchinson, but Brentwood Town get away with it. We're picked up by Andy Freeman. Freeman just looking for some options. Going to go the way of Danny Ogunleye. Still Ogunleye.
Louis Johnson calling for it.
Johnson, can he pull the trigger?
So you need a Johnson magic.
Can pull the trigger. Collected by Ted Collins. And Scott Kashket just gives us something different on that far side. Looks like Danny's going down the middle.
Yep.
With Charlie Hughes. There's Danny Ogunleye, picked up by Machado. Kashket peeling off.
Go on,
Machado's going to go away.
It.
Kashket could be involved in this instantly. Kashket with a kill.
He's in the bar.
And Scotty Kashket. Almost an immediate impact.
Just as he pulled the trigger then.
I think that's just giving Brentwood Town something they don't seem to have. Just that bit of pace pulling off. And Pigott just past the post. Brentwood Town a little bit hesitancy at the back. There's Loco. Done by Lover, picked up by Hughes.
But
Johnson.
Max is screaming for it.
Done well. Louis Johnson, he's done very, very well. For that to Bennis Vevadar. Vevadar onto Hudson. Hudson. Vevadar, can Vevadar shoot? Vevadar can shoot from it.
Unlucky.
Saved by Ted Collins. Machado to take.
Yeah, out to Max.
Johnson. Hudson. Vevadar calling for it. That's where it's going to go. Bennis Vevadar. The little magic man. Hudson. Vevadar. Vevadar, he might fancy the shot. Oh, it's a nice little back heel back to Hudson. Oh, it's a real chance for Nick Collect. That's a
straight at the goalkeeper.
Real chance for Max Hudson. He should have done better there. Cole.
So desperate need to go now, Steve.
Corner. Cole. Comes in, and it's a chance for Brentwood Town on the head of Charlie Hughes. Over the bar, it's another chance for the Blues. Hudson. Cole. Johnson. Good feet from Louis Johnson's fine. Hudson. Johnson.
Just too high.
Kashket's done very, very well. Freeman to strike it. Oh! And it's a chance for Brentwood Town, but Scott Kashket did very, very well to stop that ball going out and find Andy Freeman. Not an error. Johnson to by Cole. Referee has a little look at his watch. Cole. Looks out by Yussuf, and it's all over. It's 3 points going the way of the league leaders. They've defeated playoff hopefuls Brentwood Town by 2-0. Early strikes.
Yeah, a fully deserved 3 points.
Keith, 2-0 defeat at home against the league leaders, Folkestone Invicta. First of all, what was your assessment of that one?
Yeah, they're the league leaders for a reason. I thought they started the game really bright. I thought their 11 was quite strong in the middle of the pitch for them really early. And then, we're going to have a look at the first goal, the corner kick. how it landed in our box that low. Obviously, I will have to see it before I make a decision on it, but it didn't look great from our point of view. And then the second one, it's how it's got there. To be fair, the lad, he ain't going to hit a shot like that ever. He's absolutely rifled that one on his left foot into the top corner. You know, it's a great strike from the boy. But it's how it's got there for me is the thing I'm going to have to look at. And then you're 2-0 down against the league leaders in the first 10 minutes of the game, and it is literally all uphill from there.
I'm going to say, it's like, especially when you're playing against a side like Folkestone, going behind that early and then getting sucker punched again, that second goal is not the best of starts, and not the start you would have wanted going into a big game like this, is it?
No, and we looked at their shape, and they were literally, when I say, they went 3 centre-halves narrow, 2 sitting in front of them, so that 5 players in the middle of the pitch who didn't go anywhere. And the wing backs didn't come out really that much. So listen, they set up their system to play against us. There's no doubt about it, and it worked for them. I was just a little bit disappointed in the first half when I was trying to relay onto the pitch to possibly get one of the centre midfielders to drop in alongside Ali, so we could find that extra pass and get it in to get it out, and then have a go at their probably more our right hand side in the first half with Daniel and Andy Freeman, which I thought we were quite a threat on the right hand side. But like I said, it was they set up against us that way, and they were happy for the ball to go wide for us to try and deliver, because the 3 centre-halves are strong lads. They're a strong physical team, so they were quite happy to push us wide today, and not many teams have done that against us. The second half, my goalkeeper didn't have a save to make, because for them the job was done to a degree, but I still think we lacked a little bit of quality going forward, where I think Max's chance, Charlie Hughes' chance in front of the goal, you know, they're good chances against a team that's top of the league. You take one of them, that's how it turns out towards the end.
Yeah, and I think, like, especially in the reverse fixture, I think we struggled to really hurt them at their place. But here, I think we've had chances, and as you say, if one of them goes in, it's a different game. But I think the difference was Folkestone were clinical today, and I guess on today we weren't.
No, yeah, they took their chances. Like I said, I thought the second one was a terrific strike. But from my point of view, listen, we can't be down. We give a good account of ourselves again. We do try and play the right way. We want to move the ball. We want to get out. We want to play the right way. And it's the only way we can play at this football club. And if I wanted to go and get 5 centre-halves to play along the back line, or 4 centre-halves and put 2 centre-halves in midfield, I'd have done that in pre-season. We haven't done that. We went out of our way to find players who can play attacking football, and it's brought the crowds into the ground. You know, we've lost 1 game. That's now 2 defeats in 8. We've won 6. We're sitting 4th. I don't know how, I haven't looked at the table, but there's still a lot of work to be done from everybody. You know, we've got Chatham here next week. I do not want any of my football team to feel sorry for themselves, because I'm not. My coaching staff aren't. We just lacked a little bit of quality today. We didn't turn up in the first 10 minutes, and with a little bit of luck and a little bit of quality going our way, which we have been good at, it just didn't work for us today. And they came in. You can see that's why they're top of the table. But we give them a good go today. We moved the ball well, and we had a lot of possession in the second half. We just didn't hurt them with the possession we had.
This is finally, Keith, going on to next Saturday at home to Chatham. We know how good of a side they are when we played them in the reverse fixture last month. They're a team that like to hold on to the ball, but similar to Folkestone, they're happy with the ball. But what are your sort of thoughts going into that one?
They're a little bit different to Folkestone. Chatham like to play. Listen, Steve wanted to watch them play during the week. They changed the system a little bit on grass, but they'll come here. Another good team, you know, another good team in a competitive league. everybody went into this league this year knowing it was probably one of the best leagues for a long time. We've done really well, so we're again, I keep saying this, we're not naive to the league. We know it's a good league. From the off, we said it. And days like today remind you that it's a good league. Next week, it'll be a reminder to the football club and to the fans and to us that it's a good league. But we'll go into every game with the same belief that we can win a game of football. We haven't drawn many games this year. We want to go out and try and win. And we've bounced back a lot this year, you know, from losing games. So it's important that we come in next week, nobody feels sorry for themselves. I'll be fuming with anybody who turns up on Tuesday with a gripe, because we've got no time for it. We can't hang around, we don't dwell. And that's been the beauty of this football club for the last 3 years. We haven't dwelt on stuff. We've just moved on quickly, got on with it, tried to pick the right team for the next game, been enthusiastic as a coaching staff and as management, and the players would like to think the players would pick up on that, and that's what we'll do, exactly that this week, because it's a big game again next week. We've got no right to win every single game we play in. We've lost today. We'll do our utmost next week that we will try and win next week.
2-0 defeat at home against Folkestone this afternoon. Difficult game against the league leaders, but what did you make of that one?
Yeah, obviously we knew there was a top team. They've been top for the majority of the time after we dropped out, so we always knew it was going to be a tough game. To start like that and give them the goals like that is always going to be a mountain to climb. And obviously I thought it was good in the first half. Like after that we grew into the game, got a couple chances, but they're a tough team and they're very organised, so it's always going to be hard to break them down. So
I think it's just a bit of a nightmare start, wasn't it? You know, when you concede in the opening 2 minutes against the league leaders, and then you've got goals like that for the second one that's going in. There's not much you can do about it, is there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've had the habit of going down early, but when you're playing against the top teams in the league, you can't really afford to do that. And today was one of the days where we just couldn't get back into it. And obviously, hats off to them; they're a top team. That's why they've been up there the whole time.
And I think there was a bit of a response in that second half. There was chances created, just didn't seem to be falling our way. But what was the sort of message said to the players at half time to spark that response in the second half? Just
really to really go for it. Really, there's when you're 2-0 down at home against them, you just got to get bodies forward, try win the game. Obviously, we wanted to keep the ball a bit more and then be a bit patient with it, and then build up. And then we changed to a 4-4-2, tried to be a bit more direct. But like I said, it weren't our day, and they were a good team and they were hard to break down, so we didn't really get the chances to finish it. But it was a positive second half, I can say that for sure. I think today we saw a bit of a different sort of role for you today. And we saw you dropping quite deep and spraying the passes about, dictating their play in midfield. So is that sort of the way you prefer to play, or would you prefer being a bit more further advanced? I mean, I'm normally used to being as close to the goal as possible. Obviously today, whoever you play, really, your game style has to change. So it was more of me receiving the ball from the defenders today, trying to build up, because they was very compact today. Like they was very good at shuffling across and making it hard for us to break them down. So yeah, like I said, in the second half I played more deep. We went to a 4-4-2, so it was me and Ali in there, so it was mainly us to get on the ball and try to play forward and stuff. So yeah, but like I said, I don't mind it. Obviously, as long as I'm playing and trying to do my thing, I'll obviously try to get on the ball and play forward and that. So yeah, I don't mind it. And so going into next weekend as well, it doesn't get any easier. Another playoff rival in Chatham Town. We know in the reverse fixture you've got the goal that won us the game last time out. So what sort of test are you expecting from the Chats this next weekend? Yeah, I mean, another top team. So I mean, we're at the business end of the season. So whoever we play, no matter who we play, we have to go out there and try to win the 3 points. So obviously a positive that we beat them on the reserves fixture out there, Gaff. So now they're coming to us. We just got to be confident going in it. Even though we lost today, we've got to be confident to know that we can go and beat any team on our day. At the end of the day, we can't make it easy for teams and give them goals like we did today. So if we go there positive, keep it tight at the back, we'll obviously create chances like we always do and hopefully get the 3 points. Full time here at the arena, where finishes Brentwood Town 0, Folkestone Invicta 2. Let's check out the league table. Today's win for Folkestone keeps them 13 points clear at the top. Meanwhile, the Blues move down one place to 4th, with Chatham Town's win at Burgess Hill bringing them up to 3rd.
This just makes next weekend's home game against Chatham even more important, with a playoff finish still in our hands. Thank you as always to everyone who came down to show your support. We really do appreciate it. We'll need you again next weekend in another crucial Isthmian Premier fixture. It's non-league day and it's an international break, so come down and get behind the Blues. Thank you also to those watching from home. Don't forget to subscribe to Brentwood Town TV and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a moment of the action with us this season. We'll see you in the next one. Come on, you Blues.